What would happen if the sun bursts? Exploring the catastrophic scenario. The sun, our life-giving star, is a constant presence in our daily lives. But what if the unimaginable happened? What if the sun burst, or went supernova? Let's dive into this catastrophic scenario and explore the aftermath. What did the sun say to the Earth when it was feeling down? "You're my shining star, but I'm feeling a bit explosive today." The sun's life cycle. The sun is in the middle of its life cycle, currently a stable main sequence star. It has been shining for around 4.6 billion years and will continue to do so for another 5 billion years. But eventually, it will reach the end of its life, and it will expand into a red giant before eventually shedding its outer layers. A true burst scenario is unlikely, but let's explore what could happen if it did. What is a sunburst or supernova? A supernova is an explosive death of a star, but it's important to note that our sun will not become a supernova. It lacks the mass to end its life this way. Instead, it will slowly expand and shed its outer layers, leaving behind a white dwarf. However, let's imagine a situation where it unexpectedly bursts or detonates. Immediate impact on Earth. If the sun were to suddenly erupt with catastrophic force, like a supernova, Earth would be engulfed in a massive burst of radiation. The immediate effect would be the incineration of the Earth's atmosphere, leading to temperatures hot enough to vaporize the oceans and every living thing on the planet. Destruction of the atmosphere. The intense radiation from such an explosion would strip away Earth's atmosphere, leaving the planet exposed to the vacuum of space. Without an atmosphere, Earth would become a lifeless rock, with temperatures plunging to extreme lows once the initial explosion's heat dissipates. The extinction of life on Earth. The sudden death of the sun would lead to the immediate extinction of all life on Earth. Without sunlight, plants could no longer photosynthesize, and without plants, herbivores, and ultimately all animals, would die off. Earth's ecosystem would collapse in mere hours. The end of the solar system. If the sun exploded in a supernova, it would obliterate the entire solar system. The gravitational pull that the sun exerts on the planets would vanish, and Earth, along with the other planets, would drift into space aimlessly. The orbits of other planets would cease, leaving the solar system in ruins. Effects on the sun's neighboring stars. A supernova could send shockwaves through space, potentially affecting neighboring stars. It could even trigger the formation of new stars or planetary systems in the nearby area. However, if the sun simply swells into a red giant and sheds its layers, it would be more of a slow burn rather than an explosive event. Cosmic radiation and space travel. The explosion of the sun would release immense amounts of cosmic radiation into space. Any spacecraft in the solar system at the time would be obliterated by this radiation, and any astronauts would be exposed to lethal doses, making space travel and exploration near impossible. What would happen to the moon and other moons? If the sun were to explode or swell into a red giant, its radiation and gravitational changes would throw off the orbits of the moon and other moons in the solar system. The moon could either be engulfed by the expanding sun or sent hurtling into space, both of which would spell disaster for Earth. The effects on the Earth's climate. Without the sun's heat and light, Earth's climate would plummet into a permanent state of darkness and freezing cold. Even if some form of residual heat remained from the explosion, the planet would quickly freeze over, becoming a barren, frozen wasteland with no possibility of life. Will humanity survive the burst? Given the catastrophic nature of a solar explosion, there would be no place for humanity to hide. Even in underground bunkers or space stations, the radiation and temperature changes would make survival impossible. The best hope for survival would be if humans were able to escape to another star system, an incredibly difficult and unlikely task. Long-term effects on the universe. The energy released by a supernova could contribute to the formation of new stars and planets. Some scientists hypothesize that elements essential for life, like carbon and nitrogen, are forged in these cataclysmic events. While the destruction of our solar system would be tragic, it might lay the groundwork for the birth of new celestial bodies. What if the sun just faded away? Instead of a violent explosion, imagine if the sun slowly faded away, losing its energy over time. This scenario would still be devastating for Earth, but it would give us a longer period to adapt. However, the ultimate outcome would be the same: life on Earth would perish as the sun's energy fades. While the sun bursting or going supernova is an unlikely event, if it did happen, the effects would be catastrophic. The immediate loss of heat and light would destroy all life on Earth, and the solar system would be completely wiped out. Thankfully, we have billions of years before this becomes a reality, so for now, we can enjoy the sunshine. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe for more.